Okay, back again, people. This is going to be a quick update. I just want to show you guys what I've got going on. No work actually being done. I got the bottom frame completely finished. I told you guys I had to make some modifications to it to make it work. Top frame's completely done. I only needed to weld one seam, and that's back here in the back. I'll show you a close-up of that in just a second. What you're seeing here is what I wanted to really show you. These are not part of the roof rack. These are little jigs that I created to make sure that my gap between the top and bottom rail is uniform, as well as providing myself a little backing plate. Here's what I did. I've got 4 more of these things. It's some 2x2 square tubing and then some 1x1 square tubing top and bottom of this. I threw some real hot tacks on the ends. I just slapped these together, so don't comment on the welds or anything. Basically, I made these out of metal. I was thinking about making them out of wood. Wanted to do them out of metal because I'm probably going to be making more of these roof racks. I really wish I could find a way to ship these things because I would sell them online to people. But I'm going to probably design this to work on a XJ Jeep Cherokee. So, because they got the rain gutters, makes it real easy to mount these two. But anyways, that's kind of what I wanted to show you. Those things, it provides my gap here, which is 2 inches. The top rail to the bottom, the top of the top rail to the bottom of the bottom rail is a total of 4 inches, and I really wanted to make sure that that was kept that way. So, what this little jig does is it helps me line these two, the top and bottom pieces up, and keep line them up this way, horizontally, whatever, from side to side, and it allows me to keep my vertical gap uniform. So, anyway, that's the little thing that I wanted to show you. Like I said, the top piece, I was successful in my measurements, and I only have this one seam here. I ground this smooth. You can tell there's a little bit of a transition there, so once it's painted, you're probably going to still see it, but it's not going to be real obvious. The bottom, I have to grind smooth. There was the one seam there. I made sure that it was centered so it was uniform with this one. But the side one is where I had to fill in the gap because I ran out of, I didn't have enough material. So I'll clean this up. These two here will actually be really easy to cover up because you're going to have the side panels on here. So, but I'll grind those smooth before I weld this to this. And like you guys are going to see here in the drawing that I'm going to show you in just a second. Again, if you guys have been following this build, you've seen the drawing before. There's going to be a vertical piece right here. And then there's going to be a diagonal piece from here to here. Okay? And then this whole side piece will be a side panel with holes drilled into it, and they'll be dimple dyed. Okay? On the back, we're going to have a vertical piece right here. And then, I don't know, maybe about 8 inches over. I haven't figured out exactly where I want that. There'll be another vertical piece. And then there'll be a panel put on there. And on that panel, that's where we're going to have the LED backup lights. And the same thing on this side. And, the side panel will be the same as this side panel. I'll have some crossbars going in here. I've got to figure out exactly where I want those based on the feet. There is going to be a crossbar right here, directly underneath this. The reason being is there's going to be 2 vertical posts holding this together in the front, and that's where I'm going to attach my mounting brackets for my LED bar, eLuminLED.com. Check that out if you guys are interested in LED bars. So those are actually mine. That's my company. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm going to cut this one short. Like I said, no actual work. I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to come back out here and try to cut all my vertical pieces, get this stuff ground down, those 3 welds, and hopefully get this in position for me to be able to start getting my cross pieces put in here under the bottom. I'm not sure how I'm going to take my next steps though, because the other thing too is I've got to be able to put this expanded steel on the floor. Okay, now this expanded steel is kind of tricky too because these are 4x4 sheets, and that top rail is a total of, I don't even know how far I'm going to want to take the expanded steel to. I may just take it to the brace that actually runs directly under here and just leave this front section open. If I do that, then it's 68 inches roughly. I don't remember the exact number. I think it's 68 and a half. Obviously, I'm going to have to weld some of those, couple of those expanded steel pieces together so that I have one full sheet. I may work on the whole base of this with the cross braces and everything before I attach the top, but I'm not entirely sure because what's going to happen there if I do that, it's going to throw my jigs off. So I've got to figure that out. I'm going to take a break and make sure that I get that assembly process done properly because everything's turning out real clean right now and I don't want to have this looking like complete shit. So anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, and I'll talk to you guys in just a few. I'll be back out here later today and filming another video. So you'll see this video one day before this next one. So I'm going to upload one video a day. All right, talk to you guys later.